Onyami Jesus is still my name. You're the one Hollywood actor and their top content creator. Share this video as this video is coming across you. To Salomozia, Dolomozia, bam bam bam. Wolopuna bonakana bowasa Salomozia, Kogambani ne bulubulu, bulupan bata, bulunam bata, land gum like Land Rover. Hi! When you go ifem bubatakita abakumili, that is, hi! Obonge from Nna, Nangwa, Okubiafra Nwa, Jigde, Butesen Subu, between Nna, Nangwa, Ozlazo. Hey, Enugonka, Ifugonka, one ebu me video, ebu me voice, ebu me henine, pata. Because me play this voice now. But a Salmozia, not to Salmozia Guinea, Kogam Banine Bulu, and bum your opinion. Yes. I get a video no one now, where Bazai Hemua, Toliku, Ebum no be more Onyami Jesus, Najun Choli, human hen Najun Bob and Baju. Mbanu, not to Fugun, one day, Yellow video. Watch.
Simon Ekpa, and is therefore illegitimate. According to Mrs. Mariam, this position was made clear to Dr. Orabueze during a direct conversation, during which she conveyed specific instructions from the Prime Minister. However, Dr. Orabueze reportedly declined to comply with these directives. One of the key instructions from the Prime Minister was for Dr. Orabueze to immediately cease her social media activities. These actions, Mrs. Mariam stated, could jeopardize the legal standing of the Prime Minister. Dr. Orabueze was directed to transfer all government-related duties to Honorable Ogachukwu Nkere, who remains the recognized leader of the BRGIE cabinet. Mrs. Mariam also disclosed that Mazi Simon Ekpa is currently unable to make external phone calls due to legal restrictions. However, he is able to communicate through his attorney, ensuring that his directives are effectively conveyed. She announced her plans to visit the Prime Minister on Friday to provide him with updates on the situation and the latest developments within the movement. In his remarks, Honorable Ogachukwu Nkere reiterated the call for unity among Biafrans, urging them to stand firm behind the directives of Mazi Simon Ekpa. He emphasized the need for collective action and loyalty to the recognized leadership to achieve the shared goal of a free and independent Biafra. This situation highlights the ongoing challenges facing the BRGIE as it seeks to maintain cohesion and unity among its members. The leadership has urged all Biafrans to remain focused on the larger vision of independence and avoid actions that could create division or weaken the cause. As always, we remain committed to providing accurate and unbiased news related to Biafra. We invite you to share your thoughts and opinions in the comments section below.
Emergency press briefing from the APM of BRGIE and the attorney, Marianne, of our BRGIE APM, and the Minister of CRC, Minister Emma. I salute all Biafrans who have keyed in. Please, the journalists and the media houses, do report verbatim to verbatim from this press briefing. Do not subtract and do not add from what we did not say, as I leave the mic to the APM to introduce the guest. APM, over to you, sir.
Thank you, Honorable Sonny Akbarawa. And first and foremost, I salute our leader in the person of Njoku. I salute our leader, Philip Efio. I salute our leader, Mazin Namdekan. I also salute our Prime Minister, which right now both our leader, Mazin Namdekan, and our Prime Minister, they are answering questions in the cause of what they believe, that the freedom of Biafra. In the case of our leader, Mazin Namdekan, he was kidnapped against his wish from Kenya to Nigeria. And the terrorist country is always a terrorist country. And we know that one day, based on what we are doing and our action, he will surely be free. And our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, based on our action and our resolution, he as well will get justice and be free. I greet every Biafran that have keyed in today, the Biafra Republic government in exile, all the cabinet members, you are all welcome. Salute you all, the rep and admin, and all meaningful Biafrans, both our allies, our enemies. We salute you all, especially our enemies. We believe that the truth will prevail and that will touch your heart. In turn, you'll be doing the right thing because truth always wins. I have our attorney, Mariam, here with us, and I have the privilege when we went to Finland for the declaration of Biafra to visit her more than once. I have the opportunity to visit our Prime Minister office and her office as well. She has been a meaningful Biafra supporter. She is so grounded. She knows the history of Biafra. She knows what the Biafran people are going through. And she stands with Biafra. And she knows what freedom is all about. Mariam, we appreciate you. We appreciate all you're doing. We always talk once a while, and you're well familiar with the cause of Biafra, and you know the freedom that we are fighting for. Last week, we have the opportunity to hear her voice because we've been hearing Mariam, even Ngozi Orabueze. She has mentioned about our Prime Minister, civil attorney, of which the Biafran people will have the privilege to see her today and to hear from her directly today. Because last week, when I called her for her to talk to Biafra through the phone, that audio or that phone call, some of them are doubting it, some are saying it's recorded, they do not believe. I believe that the former European rep Uche Obi will remember who Mariam is and also hear the voice and know that's Mariam. And Ngozi Orabueze, I believe she hasn't had the opportunity to see Mariam in person, but she knows the voice. She knows who Mariam is. Last time she was debunking that the message is not from Mariam, that Mariam, our civil attorney, prime minister, is not the one on that call. Mariam, you are welcome, and thank you very much for all you're doing. Please come talk to Biafran people and deliver the message that you are asked to deliver to Biafran people. Thank you.
Has life's unexpected expenses got you down? Fair Money's got your back. Get up to 3 million.
Thank you very much, Mr. Njoku. I really appreciate this possibility to see you guys online like this, and I appreciate the time you have given me to deliver this important message. And to those who have not met me before and known me before, I present myself. I am a graduated attorney from Finnish University, and I have been practicing law for 25 years now here in Finland and in Scandinavian countries. And I have taken oath as a lawyer, which means that I should be truthful in every instance I perform and present my cases and my issues. So I am kind of under oath speaking when I represent my client, Mr. Simon Ekpa, who I have been representing for years and also been in good cooperation with him for years, and now representing him within his civil cases, which don't even have anything to do with this Briggy issue self, but as his civil lawyer, I can deliver oral messages and written messages from him to the Biafran people he wants me to deliver. And that is why I have to be as truthful and as straightforward as I would be witnessing in court. So what I say are straight words from Mr. Simon's mouth. So they are not my own invention or nobody else's. And I speak exactly word by word what I have heard. And to begin with, why we are here because Simon wants us to be here like this, how we are now. Simon's straight orders when I personally went to the prison last Friday to meet him. I spent 3.5 hours within sound restricted area talking privately, me and him, so he could speak his heart out without being even afraid that any person could listen to it. So it was like attorney-client privileged talk. And he made it very clear to me that what he wants now in this situation is that every single one of Biafrans fall back to the original structure of Biafran government in exile, as it was when Simon left the government. And that is the message I delivered then, and that is the message I deliver now. So this brigade that is performed and that is presented in the original web page of brigade should be the construction for everybody to follow. And Simon has now given the leadership to Mr. Njoku, because there must be a leader acting when Simon Ekpa is away himself and cannot do his work. It is like a country needs vice president to be president time to time when situation requires. So I have heard some like disrupting voices and the voices have told me that now since Mr. Njoku was not in the original structure prime minister, how can he be that now? I specifically went again to Simon and clarified it very bottom through that Simon wants the original structure to be as it is now, especially Mr. Njoku covering for him now until further notice. So there is no absolute unclear matter about who is now leading the government on Simon's behalf, and within full support and full consent and full agreeing with Simon. So it would be good to say now that if I speak using Simon's words, Mr. Njoku acts now doing Simon's actions. Because of course it is vice versa. I of course report back to Simon what is going on. So he is in that way approving every step you people take here now in this construction and organized in this way you are organized now. So, and Simon's great wish and hope is that people of Biafra should now unite more than ever, because he says he don't want to give outside world this kind of picture that now when Biafra is declared, the independence was declared in Lahti, here Finland. He don't want that outsiders get the picture that Biafrans cannot even govern themselves because somebody goes reckless and forms some new entity the main Biafrans don't even support. So that kind of action is reckless and harming Biafra and harming the cause of independence and making Biafran people look like they are not, they don't show statesmanship or statewomanship in this matter. So Simon's definite, I can even say definite command is that everybody should fall back, no matter what has happened before. Forget the past and fall back to the original government, to the original structure, which is now under Mr. Njoku. And every loyal Biafran should know in his heart that Simon is right in this, because no state can prevail if the state is divided to two. We know that from history, we know that from the present day. So that is not even Simon's wish this is Simon's command people should now take very seriously. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Okay, Mariam, our PM attorney. Biafran people, we are well educated and enlightened. I just wanted to touch light on now that we know we have the Biafra Republic government in exile, which is the original structure, and they still remain the legitimate government. And the breakaway group, or I call them the breakaway group that Ngozi Orabueze took with some Biafrans that are not well enlightened about what is going on. Can you please tell the Biafran people what message did our Prime Minister have for Madam Ngozi Orabueze, and the message of last week and the message of just 2 days ago? Please, the Biafran people really need to know this so that they can clarify their so we can clarify them, because some of them are still doubting if that's what he actually said to Madam Ngozi. Thank you.
Thank you. To begin with, Simon wants to thank you, Madam Ngozi Orabueze, for her fine work till now. But now, situation is very much different than Simon suspected it would be a couple of months back when we think what has happened. Now, the true fact that Madam Ngozi Orabueze went and formed and registered new government, that is totally against Simon's wish and command. Simon never wanted thing like this to happen, and Simon is not backing up this kind of action. Vice versa, Simon specifically and explicitly tells everybody who has a loyal heart to him and original Biafran government and the original cause to fall back to the original structure, never mind what the person has done or if there is some quarrel between individual persons. Everybody should leave that aside now, and Simon kind of understand that those people now in the different camp, they have been misled, so it is not their fault, because there is so much information going on. Even me, I know that the information is not right and correct information, and it is not. The thing is that we cannot like go with detail to everything that is fussing in media now. But the main thing is that Madam Ngozi should concentrate to that work she did before the whole thing happened, and continue her fine work, and dissolve totally the new cabinet. The new cabinet is not legitimate and has not the support of PM self, and furthermore there has not been even legal actions to dissolve this old government and form new one, because everybody with the right mind knows that a state cannot have two governments. Another one is rebel and another one is original. Like in same matter, there cannot be two truths. Either one thing is true and one thing is false. So it is quite simple in this, even though I might sound very harsh and rude when I say this, but this rebellious camp should fall back to the original structure, and all personal differences between people should be buried. Everybody should bury their hatchet and submit themselves like good citizens, and good officers should submit to their leader. As in army, people in army obey their chief and their officers. So in this issue too, even state organs and state officers must obey their PM, and the people the PM put to action on his behalf, and who the PM gave the power to govern meanwhile he's away. So it might, this matter has now formed has come to a form that I see that there is only like personal struggle of power going on. That there is now a mentality that doesn't count Biafran good and Biafran best. This is a matter of searching and acquiring personal power. And it should be vice versa, since everybody should submit and leave their own interests to backside and just do what is good for the cause. Like in every political movement, the Biafra is the important thing, not anyone's personal power or personal visibility or personal seek of fame. And what I can say to end my speech here is that being PM is very, very, very hard work. Since I have seen Simon suffering, I have seen him given everything, I have seen him crying, I have seen him laughing, I have seen how he takes Biafran issue to his heart. And let me tell you, it is not easy. It is not child's play. So people who want to bear that kind of responsibility should be, as first and foremost, think themselves as other people's servants, not dictators. So in that sense, I can totally 100% agree that Simon made right choice now to give the power to Mr. Oketsuku to restore the order that is lost now. Thank you.
I just want us to make two other things clear, because for the record, and the world is watching, Biafra is watching. So are you telling us, or is there any message that our Prime Minister, that is to Ngozi, about not using his information, not using anything that he have his signature to, that might not, is there any message to Ngozi to desist from using anything about our Prime Minister name, his signature, anything that he did not endorse, that he did not allow Ngozi to keep using? I am aware of that. Please, can you as well let the Biafran know about that? Very one, the message and the response from Madam Ngozi to you when you discuss that with her. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, I have. I have very specific orders from Simon now, directly to Madam Ngozi, which orders I have told her via telephone just like a day ago. That Madam Ngozi should now withdraw from internet totally. Like give up X, give up online, give up YouTube, give up all channels she is using to put this whole quarrel or anything else for that matter to public. Since I see that in the posting, here somebody asks about the case, somebody wants to know about Simon's case. Let me tell you directly what I hear from the case. That the enormous posting in internet and also enormous posting to the prison from Madam Ngozi's camp has put problems to Simon. He has ended up explaining what this rioting is now and how things are in Biafran groups, and are you people a civilized government or something else? So it is utmost important that Madam Ngozi's camp and she herself don't use internet, X or any channels as a representative of Biafrans or Biafran state or whatever comes to the legal Biafran government. Of course, everybody can be in Instagram and Facebook and X, but as a civil person. but as a leader of Biafra or any authority of Biafra or any worker of Biafran government or anything concerning Biafra and the cause, Madam Ngozi is restricted to do now until further notice, which is Simon's exact wish and exact command. So that has already caused problems to the case, and I don't want any more problems to him, since he has so many things in his hands already. So this posting in X makes only confusion and disappointment. So so that is why Simon said very, very strictly and clearly that Madam Ngozi should stop that and do her work only now in chambers. Her good work, what she used to do back times ago. But this is utmost prohibited now, and utmost prohibited is to put this quarrel between Mr. Ogechuku's people and Ngozi's camp to public. That is the worst thing she can do now. That makes Biafrans look, I might use this kind of word like ridiculous, that there is somebody rioting against everybody else. And there are so many fake news even going on, which probably we all are aware of. So even in that context, now Madam Ngozi should lay low and outside from internet totally. That is the message.
Thank you very much.
I'm gonna, before I bring our Honorable Mazima, Biafran people, I just want to make this clear for the record. Our Prime Minister have distanced himself from Madam Ngozi Orabueze and her activity. So any activity going on with Ngozi and the rest, our Prime Minister is not going to be responsible, it's not going to be held accountable, and they'll be using our Prime Minister picture and some of stuff that have his signature on it. Our Prime Minister is totally against it, and our Prime Minister, Simon Ekpa, distanced himself from Ngozi Orabueze and her activity. And the message was passed to Ngozi Orabueze. After the messages were delivered, she said that she will never take order from the Prime Minister. Our attorney, is that correct? Is that what she said?
That is correct. First thing she said that she will leave the whole government, which I said that is regrettable, since she has knowledge and things that are useful for Biafrans and for the cause if she uses that right. But that situation didn't prevail long, since she came to another conclusion, which was to totally neglect to submit to Mr. Ogechuku's orders, that she, according to her, she can never work and submit to Mr. Ogechuku, which I find very, very greatly disappointing, since everybody must put the cause first, not the personal agenda and personal ambitions.
And in her word, after you let her know, and did she go ahead to say she cannot obey our Prime Minister order or listen to him until he's out and they will sit in a round table and discuss? Yes. Is that correct?
That is correct. That is correct. And that makes me little disappointed, because that means that she don't believe my words are right and legal words, even though I speak them as a sworn attorney. So it makes those words makes me to look bad again in front of the great audience.
Thank you very much. And when I called you last week, when I was on the live program, the call is a direct call. That is correct, right?
Yes.
Okay, so it's Biafran people, we are smart people, we are wise people, we have been massacred, and during the war from 1967 to 1970, over 5 million Biafrans were killed, over 3 million Biafrans were starved to death. We have gone too far to go back. We have been through a lot. This is not time for us to give up. Our leader, Ngozi Njoku, and Ngozi Philip Effiong, they did not give up. Instead, the agreement with Nigeria is no vanquish, and at the same time, they make it clear that they are not surrendering. It's no victor, no vanquish. And our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, as well, never give up. Our prime minister, likewise the same. And in our own time, we are not going to do the same. We are not going to give up. We'll keep fighting. We've been through a lot. So please, based on what is going on, let every Biafran come back. Let's finish this fight. The Biafran is being redeclared, and this is not time for us to go back and start where we already passed, or the stage that we already passed. This is time that we need to unite and fight one common enemy that we have, that is the Fulani. And if you are not yet still convinced with our attorney that is here, we have to, she have to volunteer to be here to make sure she deliver the message based on order, and at the same time to set the record clear. Please, for those that are still doubting, I don't think this is the right time for you to be doubting. We all need to come back and do what is needful. Our Honorable Emma, you can come on to the stage and let Biafra get your input as well. Thank you.
Thank you very much, our APM, Honorable Ogenkere. Thank you very much. And a special welcome to our attorney, Marianne. I've also had the privilege of speaking with you several times. We have so most of the things you said, I'm aware of it. So once again, welcome, Marianne. Thank you very much for making the time to come to us. And for Biafrans, I think our APM has said it all. What we need now is to come together. I don't want to repeat what he said or to repeat what our attorney, Marianne, has said. She has made it clear now, the stand of our prime minister. We must come together, irrespective of our disagreement yesterday, day before yesterday, or last month. Today, let us come together after listening to her. Because for her to make her time to come here and talk to Biafran shows how much she loves us. It's not easy for her to come here in live broadcast to talk to Biafrans. It's just to make sure that the right thing is done, to make sure that we come together and then fight our enemy. Our enemy is not our fellow Biafrans. We may disagree, yes. In a family also, sometimes you have disagreement, and that is why from day one, when we started talking to Biafrans about this what is happening, I always say to Biafrans, please come back. Let us forget what happened yesterday. And I'm making this an appeal. Forget about whom you abused or who abused you. We put them behind us and then move together. It's only together that we can achieve Biafra quicker. If a divided house is difficult to stand, it's only when we are together, united, that we can achieve a Biafra quickly and then fight our enemies. The Fulanis, they are our main enemies. The in-house fighting won't help us. It won't bring us backwards, and that's exactly what is happening. So if we can start right now, today, and say, look, I mean, you can be annoyed because of what this person said or what the other person said. But at the end, we are all human beings. Nobody is perfect. We can say, I offended you. I'm sorry. Let us move on. Or even if you don't say sorry, but at least come back so that we can fight our enemies. Please, Biafrans, I think we've lost our attorney. I can't see her picture. Information Minister.
I am seeing you people. I'm seeing you.
Okay, yeah, I can see you now. Okay, good. So please let us, our attorney now has made it clear
ngwa ịnụgo na egwu na ntị gị na-agbaghị anya. I always tell you na anya m akara anya gị and ntị m akara ntị gị. Biko kedu ihe ikwulu na vidiyo anụnwa? Yes, nwaanyị kwulie ifulie ọ na-ekwu ya ọ live video ọ na-ekwu ya ọ bụrụ sọ ya nọ dị ya onye ọbụla nọ dị ya ọ sị gị na ya bụ atọni Simon Ekpa na ya na Simon Ekpa kwuru okwu more than 3 hours. Yes, no ozi ya kụziri ya and ọ na-akọwa na Madam Orabueze na-aga akụrazi band azụ na-akụbụsụ band from ebe akụnyere band. That is the origination of struggle ya bụ Simon Ekpa ya ji n'ụlọ meditation today bụ Biafra government in exile. Yes, and not USB. Yes, ka return auto back to the root. Nke ahụ ekwukwe m na nke ahụ ọ bụgodo asị ka nwaanyị a na-atọ ogodo asị ka ndị a na-atọ ogodo arenji mana kwefuru nke return back to the root a nwanne m ọbụ onye mi Jizọs kwere ya. Yes, return ọ back ebe a na obido. Yes, o nwere ụdị case ọ ya bụ inwe asị everybody should maintain all status quo. Yes, maintain go back to the drawing ebe unu si bido chi ya n'azụ ebe ahụ ebe a kunitere mere agree nwee convention dalụda n'ụwa niile shekulu obodo niile nke egwu ji ba na jan gọọmenti arụ ha ji welu jide Ekpa welu lobby with ndị Finland ewe jide Ekpa kọntrị na-abụ wee jide mmadụ ihe mana convention abụrụ ebe convention. Yes, now after gị mechie convention the same body a mere convention ọ dị very very successful bupụtara gị ọbụla Ngozi Orabueze ka ị nọkọtara pụzie jee another direction and take another dimension. Biko drop on your suggestion. Ọ dị ka ihe anụnwa ọ bụ eziokwu? This news, is it true? Information nwa ya nyere anyị ọ dị ka ọ bụ eziokwu ka arenji ka ụbọchị wee na-aga. Drop it on the comment section. Asịrị m one and only onye ami Jesus, another good actor and the top content creator. Share this video as the video is coming to you.